Hello and welcome back. My name is Jack B. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. This episode is part 2 of the adverse impact that humans have had on the ecosystem. When I started the research for this episode, I didn't realize how much of an impact humans actually had on the ecosystem. In the last episode, we left off with the fact that almost all products have a high degree of pollution in each stage of the product's life cycle. This includes particulates that are toxic. The mining process creates dust particles that spread across the country on the wind, called microparticles. These particles travel in the same manner that the sand from the Sahara Desert in Africa travels across the ocean, and is seen in the atmosphere on our East Coast as a hazy day. The larger dust particles, microparticles, can become embedded in the sinuses and lungs, causing irritation. The smaller particles, nanoparticles, can get into our bloodstream, causing health problems. They can embed into the existing plaque in our bloodstream, cause strokes and heart attacks. And when the particles are toxic, they can poison, cause cancer, and kill people. Other pollution are the chemicals and toxins used to extract or leach metals from ore, such as sodium cyanide, sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, and ammonium nitrate, which is used in mining metals. All these chemicals run off and enter the groundwater. Other mining byproducts are also a health concern to humans, such as arsenic, mercury, cadmium, lead, and petroleum. These chemicals can leach into the local water supplies, poisoning drinking water and affecting fish and wildlife. Mountaintop removal mining can cause carcinogenic toxins like silica into the air, affecting the communities for miles around it. The character of waste rock varies with the type of ore. Many waste rock contain sulfide minerals associated with metals such as zinc, lead, copper, silver, and cadmium. Most commercialized treatment methods can't remove all toxic elements from mining wastewater, which is needed to make it safe for reuse or release in the environment. There are techniques being developed which include wetlands and microbial technologies. The long-term effectiveness of the wetlands technique is still being studied, and many microbial technologies are still in development. However, there are several treatment techniques that can be effective for removing specific contaminants in the drinking water. pH adjustment to raise the level of acid in the water from mines. Settling ponds to remove dissolved solids. Ion exchange, swapping toxic ions in water to ions in a resin. Reverse osmosis, forcing water through a semi-permeable membrane. Ceramic membranes. Mechanical filtration can be used to suspend particles. In addition, farming can also harm the environment, each stage from soil preparation to planting to harvesting to sales. Some stages, such as deforestation, is more relevant in some areas of the world than here in the U.S. But we in the U.S. are good at overstressing the soils with the use of pesticides and fertilizers. Absorption of contaminants into the food from the soil is another major concern. Also, runoff contaminating the ground and drinking water. It's getting into lakes and waterways, causing algae blooms. Algae blooms take all the oxygen out of the water, kills the marine life. Some blue-green algae are toxic to humans. Even tea leaves contain toxins. And in addition to toxins, there are micro and nanoplastic particles in the tea water we drink. Recent studies indicate that micro and nanoplastics also settle in the fatty parts of all our organs. These same studies have shown that the brain contains most of the micro and nanoplastics in the human organs, but bear in mind that the brain is 60% fat, which is where the nanoplastics settle. So medical studies have shown that these nano and microplastics accumulate in two vital areas in humans. The brain, but we don't know to what extent of the impacts are to the brain, and it settles in the plaque in our bloodstream, which contributes to strokes, heart attacks. Heavy metals such as lead, aluminum, cadmium, mercury, and arsenic, as well as fluoride, which is not a heavy metal, in the contaminated soil are also absorbed into the plants. Reports indicate that the toxic material is found in both organic and conventional teas. It accumulates in the leaves over time. Older leaves have more toxins, and these are the ones that are often used by many companies to make tea since they're cheaper to use. There are also toxins in fruits and vegetables. Toxic metals, such as cadmium, chromium, mercury, and lead, are some of the most frequent pollutants in fruits and vegetable products. Their accumulation of toxins has carcinogenic, mutagenic, and adverse reproductive effects, causing cardiovascular, renal, nervous, and bone diseases. Excessive manganese, iron, nickel, zinc, and copper are also found in fruits and vegetables. These toxins are also unhealthy. The following are the fruits and vegetables with the highest amounts of pesticides: strawberries, spinach, kale, collard or mustard greens, grapes, pears, nectarines, and apples. There are many other pollutants in the environment that are difficult to remove, such as pharmaceuticals and personal care products. You have polyethylene and polypropylene microbeads, nitrates and nitrates used in food preservation, pharmaceuticals, and explosives. Nitrates and nitrites cannot be removed from drinking water. These chemicals are found in insecticides and pesticides that are used in agriculture. They also enter the water in the form of animal or human excrement. Arsenic is the most common toxic chemical in the water. There are also many other chemical pollutants lurking about that are highly contagious to humans and the environment, such as hexavalent chromium. These compounds are used because of their characteristic for reinforcing adhesion and anti-corrosion properties. These compounds are used as pigments and dyes, paints, and inks, as well as plastics. Chromic acid, a hexavalent chromium compound, is used to electroplate chrome onto metal parts to provide a decorative or protective coating. These compounds are also carcinogenic, mutagenic, and repotoxic, even at low doses of inhalation exposure. Almost everywhere on Earth, rainwater is considered unsafe to drink due to the PFAs, also known as forever chemicals. Forever chemicals are per- and polyfluoroalkylide substances, PFAs, which are a family of human-made chemicals that do not occur in nature. Nanoplastics, also known as forever chemicals, and per- and polyfluoroalkylide substances, PFAs, are not the same. Nanoplastics are plastic particles that are less than 1,000 nanometers in size. They can be found in soil, water, salt, and food. Nanoplastics come from the disposal and disintegration of plastic products. They can easily enter the bloodstream. The New England Journal of Medicine links microplastics to nanoplastics found in plaques of human blood vessels to be a potential for increased risk of heart attack, stroke, or death. Parts 1 and 2 of Episode 7, Environmental Impacts, are awareness episodes meant to have you ask and research if what I've presented is accurate, and then ask yourself what you can do. Again, please verify the information presented. Until the next time, take care and be safe. Bye.